welcoming you once again to our 2023 CORSA Tires Asiabasket Dasmariñas Championship and quarterfinals Thursday. Jaime Mender kasama pa rin si Chicky Reyes and Kate Reyes alongside our sidelines para sa ating second of a 4-game quarterfinal slate that we have here mula sa Dasmariñas City Arena in Dasmariñas, Cavite. And Chicky, very tight ball game we're expecting here as we look at this victory nga from the Benil Blazers earlier, and they are waiting for the winner of his second game, Shawarma Shack and the Makati Circus Music Festival.
Dikit ito, no? Number 2 ng Group B, number 3 ng Group A, the Shawarma Shack and Makati Circus Music Festival respectively. And yung kanilang laro nung group phase, magkakaiba yung story eh. But at the end of the day, I would say these two clubs are probably what you would consider yung mga consistent teams, no? Na nakita natin dito sa ating 8-day tournament sa Asiabasket Dasmariñas.
Ito nga, some preview of this matchup between the Shawarma Shack and the Makati Circus Music Festival. Later today, we still have the Misor Mustangs going up against CORSA Tires, and we'll finish the day with the Dasmariñas Monarchs, the hometown team, going up against Statham Academy. So this is a matchup between the 2 and 3 seed. Talking about the second seed, Shawarma Shack sa Group B, and the third seed, Makati Circus Music Festival naman sa ating Group A. And ito nga Shawarma Shack, Chicky, it was a strong start para sa kanila.
Yes.
It was 2 straight victories para to begin their tournament. However, previous 2 ball games, it wasn't the best outing.
They have to get out of that funk, diba? Shake that monkey off their backs, get back into the groove. Against CORSA Tires, they won by 6. Against Dasmariñas Monarchs, they won by 8 with Matiliano leading both victories. Pero after nun against Benil, unfortunately, they lost by 34. Tapos sa Phuket Waves by 21. But in spite of that, no, maraming mga bright spots dito sa Shawarma Shack. Halimbawa, their league least in turnovers per games at 12.5. And they're currently occupying number 4 on free throw shooting at about 70%. No? And then steals per game, a very nice 8.8. But having said that, rebounds per game, they are at the bottom of the teams at 40. Pero gayon din, ano, dito sa kanilang 3-point shooting, 8th at 28%. So some areas of improvement para sa Shawarma Shack.
As we look at Domark Matiliano, Domark's the spot, as our feature is stating here nga, isa sa mga inaasahan talaga dito ng Shawarma Shack, has been their top producer in their victory especially.
16.5 points per game, 5.3 rebounds per game, 2.5 assists per game, and 1 steal per game. At kinakailangan niya yun para matulungan siya ni Ik Akpuro.
Ik Akpuro nga is scrappy. Scrappy Ik ang tawag natin sa kanya. Averaging in double figures points, but yung rebounding really needs to be addressed here by the Shawarma Shack. Meantime, we take a short break and watch for the call-outs for both teams.
All the players, first from your Shawarma Shack. Number 1, Nino Ibanez. Number 2, Martin Inocencio. Number 4, Ik Akpuro. Number 8, Domark Matiliano. Number 11, Mac Montilla. Number 12, Jigs Querido. Number 13, James Darwin Castro. Number 14, John Martin Tubio. Number 15, Justine Alano. Number 19, Francis Camacho. Number 20, Billy Rojo. Number 24, Angelo Ubuyes. Number 26, Kenneth Anisbar. Number 29, Chris Menguez. Number 30, Mick Guevara. Number 39, Jamil Gabawan. And now let's make way for your Makati Circus Music Festival. Number 3, Michael Del Carmen. Number 8, John Formento. Number 9, Gio Lapasaran. Number 12, CJ Dabay. Number 14, Arnel Favila. Number 16, Abby Chavez. Number 17, Romel Saliente. Number 18, PJ India. Number 19, JM Leoren. Number 21, CJ Leorin. Number 23, JR Cadet. Number 24, Kobe Pableo. Number 26, Noah Lugo. Number 30, Jeric Villanueva. And for our referees in charge, Crew Chief Eman Faraod, Umpire 1, Anthony Roque, Umpire 2, Jong Banayad. And the technical delegate, Salvador Cortez Jr.
Picking up where we left off, Chicky, we were just talking about the Shawarma Shack earlier. Domark Matiliano and Ikapuru is their key guys as we have another look at the road to the championship. Nauna nga, ito nga Benil Blazers punching their semi-final ticket bukas, November 10. Sa inaanyayahan muli namin kayo to watch the action for this next few days na. Heading into that concert nga on Sunday, and the Makati Circus Festival and the Shawarma Shack will be tapping it out for a date with the Benil Blazers. And talking about the Makati Circus Music Festival nga, bit of consistency nahanap pa natin dito. They won their first, lost their second, won their third, and then lost their fourth. But if you're, if you're the type na alternate lang naman, then maybe this game would
bound to win na sila, di ba?
Yes.
But in spite of that roller coaster ride, kung mapapansin mo, they're very good in points per game. Pangatlo sila. 3-point shooting at number 4. Rebounds per game at number 4. Turnovers per game at 4th sila, no? Pinaka-kaunti at 4th with 15.8. So, why did I say in spite of the roller coaster, consistent sila? Dahil of people like Jan Formento, JR Cado, these guys are dictating the tempo. If you see them play, may sistema din eh. May sistema. Just so happened that they dropped 25 points. So they lost by 25 against Statham Academy. Pero kung titignan mo, they lost by only 8 points to Mr. Mustangs. Won by 14 against Pilipinas Águilas. Won by 8 against Shawarma Dasmariñas. And this gentleman here, Jan Formento, not forcing the issue. Sometimes he's coming off the bench. Sometimes he's starting 5. Pero tignan mo yung averages. 22.8 points per game. 2.3 rebounds per game. 2.8 assists per game. Tas 1 steal per game. Okay? JR Cado, pretty much the same. Of course, in the rebounds, 17.8, di ba? Assists, 4.5 for a big fellow. And the rest of the team, 47 points per game yung kanila nakakontribute. So, kahit sabihin mo ng heavy load, itong heavy lifting si Formento tsaka si Cado, the others don't mind because they don't mind playing supporting roles para kay Cado tsaka kay Formento.
Speaking of supporting role, we have an Insha sighting
Yon.
off the bench nga versus that game sa kanila ng Phuket. And maybe he is one of the players that can step it up alongside Formento and Cado for the Makati Circus Music Festival.
Insha sighting, tinan mo yan. 10 points, 5 of 11. Coming off the bench and against Phuket Waves. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Anytime you pluck somebody out of the bench para mawala ng konti yung load sa shoulders ni Jan tsaka ni JR, that's gonna be a welcome sight para sa koponan ng Makati Circus. And you'd love that other people or other players coming off the bench would also be able to deliver.
Meanwhile, punta muli tayo sa third person of our panel who is with our coach Brian Beran of the Makati Circus Music Festival.
Aiming to shock Shawarma Shack, we have here Coach Brian Beran. Coach, welcome to the pregame show. You know, Coach, new team and you made it this far and possibly even further. How big is this for Makati?
Sobrang unexpected para sa amin. No? Siyempre, ito full 100% homegrown Makati players talaga. So first time nila sumali sa gantong liga. No? So di namin na-expect na abot kami quarterfinals.
Coach, on JR Cado, kanina pinag-usapan natin, bakit sa dinami-dami ng imports dito sa Pilipinas, kumuha kayo ng someone from the other side of the world?
Actually, tatlo yan, pinagpilian namin. No? So, siya yung pinakamaliit, pero siya yung may pinakamalaking puso sa paglalaro ng basketball. So, siya yung pinik namin kasi ang laking bagay.
Castro. At center, number 4, Ik Akpuru. At forward, number 29, Chris Menges. At the other forward, number 39, Jamil Gabawan. And now, from your Makati Circus Music Festival. At guard, number 18, PJ India. At the other guard, number 8, John Formento. At center, number 23, J. Arcadid. At forward, number 19, J.M. Leorin. At the other forward, number 24, Kobe Pableo. And for their head coach, Brian Beran. This is the quarterfinals of this 2023 CORSA Tires Asiabasket Dasmariñas Championship. Sulong na, sulong pa, lungsod ng Dasmariñas.
Tip off dito sa Asiabasket Dasmariñas Championship presented by CORSA Tires. Starting fives nga natin for both squads for this second of a 4-game slate na hatid natin sa inyo ngayong hapon. By the way, the tip off of the game brought to you by CORSA Motorcycle Tires. Dominate the streets. And winner nga of this matchup will be facing the Benil Blazers in the semifinals. They have punched their ticket earlier, winning big against the Pilipinas Aguilas.
I've always been a fan of this young man, and the one who took the first shot, J.M. Lloren, or J. Mark Lloren, dahil he doesn't demand the ball so much. He goes with the flow. Pag sa kanya napunta yung ofensiva and he sees an opening, doesn't force it. And high accuracy, although he missed his first free throw and his second free throw.
You just might want to take it back, eh? High accuracy. Baka from the field, not exactly sa free throw line just yet. As for Mendo, finds, hindi naman pinahaya. Binawi naman kaagad.
And look at how he plays defense. J.M. Lloren. So,
Bulaga
to,
headband as well.
This is a Bulaga, I say Bulaga because coming from the basket, full court press agad ang in-apply dito ng Makati Circus.
And just might shock itong ang Shawarma Shack. and putting up that pressure defense. Early 2-point advantage here para sa Makati. And in the interview earlier, which unfortunately was cut short due to some technical difficulties, Coach Brian nga was mentioning that Makati team talagang homegrown players and first time to actually join this type of tournament. And really great exposure for their players. Tied at 2. Here's your boy, Chicky, stepping back. Able to get that 3 to go. Puro secures that rebound for the Shawarma shot.
Si Ik, he has to really stamp his authority inside para magkaroon ng magandang matchup kay JR Cado. I stand corrected. I was calling him Cado in the first few games, and we were corrected by the team liaison officer. So my apologies to Mr. Cado.
JR Cado, also one of the players highlighted by Coach Brian earlier in that interview with Kate. Tatlo daw yung pinagpipilian nilang imports. For those who weren't able to capture that interview by Kate. Pero siya daw yung pinakamaliit, but pinakamalaki daw ang puso. Cado though missing on his first attempt. As Castro, talagang yung athleticism to ni James Castro, Cheeky, no?
And you gotta like that because he's challenging the defense of Jan Formento. He knows na scoring leader or one of the scoring leaders si Jan Formento. What do you want to do? Make him work on defense, challenge him on defense, make him commit a couple of fouls here and there para mapaupo kung sakaling ma-foul trouble.
Top 4 nga itong si Jan Formento in scoring in our tournament so far. And just behind him is JR Cado. Top 5 in score in our point per game leaders. So that is kind of more than a little close to half of the firepower of Makati. And sabi mo nga pre-game, no? The Makati is totally fine with that. That other players would just play a role behind the production of Cado and Formento. Working his way inside, will miss, but Cado there to clean it up. Second opportunity goes. Looking for a foul, none would be given. Tied at 4 with close to 8 minutes left early in the first quarter.
You can't just out-rebound Cado without boxing him out.
Nino Ibanez gets that floater to go. Back to 2-point lead here para sa Shawarma shot. Formento. Looking for that Cado screen, spinning baseline, pulling up. The patience on that move.
Alam mo, yung kanyang galaw, economy of motion eh. Walang ginagalaw si Jan Formento na would cause him to get tired. Very calculated, very timely passes, and his teammates are responding to what he's doing.
Speaking of timely passes, nice find there. And Loren with the finish. Lamang na dito Makati, 8-6. The lead in this ball game after leading by 2-0. So palitan ng ano dito ang Shawarma Shack and Makati Circus Music Festival. With the corner wide open for that 3 and gets that to go.
Lovely and selfish play of Castro going to Menges at the corner. That's how you do it. Magzozone na kayo. Hanapin namin yung open looks namin from the corners.
Balik sa Shawarma siya, kalamangan dito, 9-8 as Ibanez sidestepping his way through, eluding Cado.
Don't forget itong kupunan ng Shawarma Shack, that number 39, they have a veteran in Jamil Gabawan there. So that's gonna be a big plus there for the white shirts.
Cado straight away will miss on his second 3-point attempt. Formento gives them another opportunity. Time to shoot for the black shirts. Pass underneath, but read well by Akuru.
Ik staying with that area there, blocking that shot.
Finger roll will work para kay Gabawan. Veteran showing us those veteran moves. 5-point advantage now para sa Shawarma Shack. 13-8 early in this sport with 6 and 16 remaining. Meanwhile, we'll take a look at this defensive play of the game brought to you by Decathlon. Puro coming up with that block, recovering in time for our defensive play of the game, brought to us by Decathlon. Before we resume our ball game, we have a look at our assist of the game brought to you by Fiberblaze. Nothing beats local.
You gotta love that. Sharing of that basketball, running the floor, finishing off the break, and making sure that you put the points. Hindi magkaiwanan dito as Cado. Few times that we've seen him take an outside shot. Pero maganda rin accuracy niya, na.
Cado on the other end committing that foul against the Kapuru. You pointed it out, they attacked Fermento earlier, one of the primary weapons of Makati. This time, Cado committing his first foul. That's one way to remove them from this matchup.
Ooh, short. Alam na ni Ik. Approach pa lang eh. But look at this, Shawarma Shack, 13-8 yung score natin. They're the ones dictating the tempo here. And I would say, malaking bagay talaga having veterans in Jamil Gabawan. Not really putting so much points, but his presence, diba? At yung veteran smarts niya, making the others feel good, feel well.
Formento attacks, kicks it out. Three-pointer will miss. Second opportunity, ayaw pa rin dito para sa Makati Circus as Kobe Bryant Pableo will miss inside.
Formento, very happy being a facilitator, recognizing JM open for that three, but wala lang na ipasok. But they'll get another crack here.
Just 7 to shoot. Is Formento against Menguez. Spinning, stepping back. Too strong on the J. Cado trying to fight for it. It's JM getting it. Ayaw pa rin, but Cado gets that put back to go.
Di pwedeng stay in front of him like what Ik and Jamil did. You really have to slightly push him out of his comfort zone to be able to get that rebound.
Pag nag-operate nga talaga sa loob itong si JR Cado, but just like that, Chicky, that's his second personal now, talking about JR Cado.
Yun lang. So looking at the bench, anong gagawin ni Coach Brian?
Early foul trouble nga ang kanilang import. Meanwhile, we hear again from Kate Reyes with a report. Kate?
Today's biggest villain is to be ready for immediate turnaround as Shawarma is unfamiliar of Makati. So Domark Matiliano, one of Shawarma's few bright spots, revealed that they will take it after testing the waters for the first few minutes. Sabi din niya na buong team ay inaasahang mas magbigay ng lahat para magpatuloy ang kanilang Asiabasket journey. That is simple math. Hi, man, Chicky.
Thank you, Kate. And some unfamiliarity daw meron itong Shawarma Shack sa Makati. They are playing opposite side groups. As sabi mo nga sa Binild and Pilipinas Aguilas earlier. So in terms of, I guess, not knowing a lot about the Makati team is one of the things that the Shawarma Shack would like to address.
Kasi nga maikli yung torneo, pero ngayon nag-adjust na yung mga teams yan. Dami ng scouting reports dyan. Oh, look at that. See. Gabawan trying to find Ik, but just couldn't score.
15 to 10, 5-point lead pa rin para sa Shawarma Shack. Baba sa tatlo after that attack coming from Incha.
Incha sighting, we mentioned that. Coming off the bench, pero ito ginagamit siya early here in the first quarter.
Trying to pick up where he left off in that matchup against Phuket. Top scorer off the bench for the Makati Circus.
Watch out for that corner, something that they always feed.
Castro able to escape. The bang and the bucket.
Alam mo, nangyari kasi doon, itong si Kobe Pableo was thinking, are they gonna kick it out? No? To Menguez, who hit the three earlier. So hilaw yung habol niya because he'd like to close out in case that ball will be kicked out.
We have a second look at that drive of the game brought to us by our friends from Jabber Motocom. Make rides more fun.
Kasi kung hindi naman siya pumasok sa loob, talagang easy lane yun, no, for Castro.
So baka yun nga yung basa ng depensa that he just might have gone to that corner.
Because if he dropped, committed to the driving Castro fully, undoubtedly isang kick out kay Menguez yan at the corner. And if they go to Menguez, Ibanez is waiting at the wing, right quarter court for a possible three, also a kick out pass.
Able to complete that three-point play is James Castro, and first time in this ball game, Domark's the spot. Domark Matellano for the Shawarma Shack. Nice baseline find for Mento. Gets another 2.
Read and react. Matillano, momentarily tinanggal yung mata kay Formento. Yun ang nangyari. Easy access.
Press nga dito para sa Makati. Easily broken here by Shawarma Shack. Matellano will miss on his first three-pointer. Gets the ball back. Passes it off this time. James Castro finishes underneath.
Presence of mind going after that ball, tapping it to the open guy.
20-14. High scoring affair here for both squads. 6-point advantage for Shawarma Shack with still 3 and 18 remaining in our first period. Three-pointer from Incha. That's off. Rebound battle. Ibanez gathers it for the white shirts. Goes to Matellano. Drop off. Ibanez from the corner. Short. Formento tracks down the long rebound, and head of the pack is your boy, JM Lloren.
JM Lloren reading it. Sabi niya, amin na to. May nakakuha na ng rebound. And, whoa. Ano nangyari? Foul on PJ? Kay PJ nga tinawag.
Meantime, we'll look at our move of the game, brought to you by CORSA Motorcycle Tires. Dominate the streets. Dapat ulit ang official partner natin, CORSA Motorcycle Tires. Penalty na nga dito ang Makati Circus, which will mean free throws for the Shawarma Shack. There are 2:50 remaining here in our first.
Hindi nagkakalayo eh. Itong two clubs natin. Except for the 2-point area, we're in a very accurate ang Shawarma Shack going 6 of 8. 8 of 14 naman ang Makati Circus. But in the 3-point department, wala pang naibubuslo itong Makati Circus going 0 for 6 and 1 for 3 naman sa Shawarma Shack.
And that foul earlier, Chicky, no, would be the third para kay Incha.
Naku. So no Incha sighting.
No Incha sighting, maybe. Baka second half na natin makita itong si Incha. As Formento misses from the corner. Go to Matellano. 6-point lead pa rin para sa Shawarma Shack. Good nila. Nice find. Good intention, but anticipated there by Makati. Formento once again. This time Fabila against Asibar. He hit. Able to finish against the veteran Asibar.
Well, Ken Asibar, yung kanyang footwork, hindi talaga nakaplanta. No? He was slightly in a diagonal position. So, easy attack ang nangyari doon.
Almost a turnover para sa Shawarma Shack, but they get the ball back. Almost another turnover. A bit dangerously itong Shawarma Shack. So we once again look at our move off the game, brought to us by CORSA Motorcycle Tires. Dominate the streets.
Love the footwork there.
Three-pointer para sa Shawarma Shack. In and out. Para kay Camacho. Ball will stay though with the white shirts. Little less than 2 minutes left here in the first period. So just 4 points separating both these teams. 2 versus 3 matchup nga, as we talked about earlier. Not much separating them in terms of the numbers. Talagang pakiramdaman pa. Shawarma Shack said, familiarity not just there yet for Makati. So itong first quarter yung ginagamit nila para dyan. So far doing a good job having this 6-point lead built para kay Camacho.
You gotta love that. Alano doing some bully basketball. Talagang getting that space, owning it, and scoring underneath.
Formento now. 4 points so far para sa kanya. Leading scorer para sa Makati. But they will be called for that turnover. Ball goes back to Shawarma Shack.
Pag preno niya kasi, that left foot dragged a bit before he tried to spin back. Kasi nasaranuhan ng pinto eh.
Look at that move. Initially foiled. But Alano staying with it. Getting that finish. Asibar fishes for that foul. He knows the Makati Circus is in penalty. Veterano talaga. Will reward himself with 2 free throws.
Diba? Veteran smarts eh. Ang ginagawa naman palagi ng mga ibang teams, okay, may mga veterano kayo, but mga spring chicken pa ba yung mga yan? Or can they still run with us? So nice to see how sometimes you mix, how teams could mix experience with youth, di ba? To have a good balance.
As Asibar will hit on both. showing us the stroke. Biggest lead so far para sa Shawarma Shack at 8:26 to 18. A minute and 5 left here in the first period. Look for Formento. Open 4-3. That's too strong. Camacho high up for that board. And loose ball foul will be called here against Makati Circus. And we will be walking ourselves down to the other end as Camacho will earn a trip to the line.
Unlike our first game, dito marami tayong stoppage, maraming mga fouls committed. But you still like the outcome. Tinan mo, 26 points for Shawarma Shack. For you to produce 26 sa professional leagues na 12-minute quarter, malaki na nga rin yun, no? What more in 10-minute quarters?
It's really showing you the firepower nga of Shawarma Shack. And we did mention they are kind of having that pababa yung kanilang journey dito sa Asiabasket. Starting off with 2 victories. So, best start nga nung Shawarma Shack to in the Asiabasket history and the tournaments that they have joined so far. As Favela, able to get that end one play against Alano, bringing Makati Circus closer, 27-20 now. So, just going back to my point, I covered yung game na yun ng Shawarma Shack, and it was their best start. But I would say, babalikan nila yung kanilang 2 losses heading into this quarterfinals. May bawi talaga.
Oh, yeah. You know, I forgot to mention in our discussion earlier, Arnel Favila, the one who took the free throw shot, this guy's a steady source of points then, no? And then also defense for the side of Makati Circus, and he's on the floor. But look at that corner three-point shot, something that we would see regularly or frequently from Shawarma Shack.
Mark Mateliano getting his first 3-pointer of this ball game, hiking up this lead now to 10, 30-20. About a second separating the shot clock and game clock. Corner 3-pointer. That is good. Bawitin kagad sa kabila. Courtesy of Lamasaran. As time will run out here in our first quarter, Shawarma Shack won't be able to put up a shot, but they would still be taking this lead to the second quarter, 30-23 against the Makati Circus.
Let's see, 30-23, 7-point lead, Shawarma Shack. Hindi pa kasi masyadong nagto-turn on ng scoring light itong si Jan Formento, in my opinion.
JR Cado as well, look to pick it up in the second quarter. 30-23 nga matatapos ang ating first 10 minutes. Action resumes sa ating second quarter of this quarterfinals matchup between the Shawarma Shack and Makati Circus. It's a 7-point lead built here by the Shawarma Shack at the end of the first, as Mateliano missing on that 3-pointer. And dito naman sa Makati, a bit of a deficit they have to address here. Foul trouble has plagued them in that first quarter, Chiki.
9 of 15, Shawarma Shack total on the floor. 11 of 25 for Makati Circus on the floor. Too many attempts for Makati Circus, but that has been one of the things that they do. Volume, medyo volume shooter din, di ba? Sila, but it's part of their system. We move that ball around, Jan Formento attacks, di ba? JR Cado is in the middle. They do that. Dito naman sa Shawarma Shack, ang maganda dito yung porsyento taas, 60%. And check out the free throw story, 10 of 13 para sa Shawarma Shack. Sa kabila, they've only attempted 3 times. Only 3 times for Makati Circus.
Something that Makati Circus would like to avoid in this quarter and then the entire ball game, dahil maaga nga silang na-penalty in that first. And Shawarma Shack really punishing them, making a high clip nga from the free throw strike. Able to build this 7-point advantage heading to the second, pero nababa na sa 5 ng Makati in the previous possession. Obuye straight away. 3-pointer will work. 33-25 now. still for Shawarma Shack.
They need that breath of fresh air also. Diba? Para dahan-dahan makalayo dito if they want to increase that lead. And Obuya is coming off the bench. Always, I've seen him before, provides good energy. Not necessarily points, you know, but provides the energy, the passes, the facilitation.
Turnover para sa Makati, but that pass, a little bit too strong para kay Alano. Balik muli ang bola dito. Sa mga nakaitim, corner 3 para kay Lugo. Too strong, rebound battle. Loose ball foul we whistled here. Seems to be against Shawarma Shack.
Check this out.
Three-point shot of the game brought to you by CORSA Motorcycle Tires. Dominate the streets.
And you can't leave the younger guards now open sa mga top of the key shots. Ano, dahil the day and age of Steph Curry, they're really practicing those outside shots. Di na eh. You really have to respect the smaller players when they're open from that range.
Natural na that everybody has that three-point sniping.
Dati nung younger years namin, pag medyo ganyan kalayo, pagalitan ka ng kaunti. Sabihin sa'yo, lapit mo ng kaunti. Diba? Or shoot just right after the line. But nowadays, no. The game has evolved. And really, the range has widened and increased for a lot of players.
There is a lot more acceptable shots beyond the arc.
Oo naman.
Nowadays. So Buyas this time looking to attack. Looking for Alano underneath. Montellano goes to the corner. Three ball will work once again para sa Shawarma Shack. Camacho this time hitting one.
By my unofficial count, on the 3 ball, all 3 shots nila, corners. Mayroon isa sa gilid sa kaliwa kanina, coming from Menges, but a lot of those coming on the right side, di ba?
Talaga yung paboritong puntahan itong Shawarma Shack. And you've called it out a couple of times already that this is where they would want to look at as we once again look at our three-point shot of the game, courtesy of our friends from CORSA Motorcycle Tires. Dominate the streets.
I learned that term from Coach Sandy Pacuchaga, yung pillars, di ba? Pag gumalaw na yung mga ibang players are coming from an offensive rebound, the shooters stand in their spots na alam na ng mga kakampi nila nasan yun, and it will be an easy kick out, easy find.
A lot of, kung ako lang, no, plainly just looking at it, parang tumatambay lang siya sa corner. But it's
parang
actually...
camper, di ba? Parang camper. Pero
Nahanap nga.
ploy yun, game plan talaga yun.
Nakaka-deceive. Parang ba't ko babantayin? Yun nasa sulok lang naman, di ba?
Hindi mo kasi minsan nakikita di ba? Deep corner na siya
Camacho make that back-to-back three. Showing us that celebration. Biggest lead now para sa Shawarma Shack. 39-25, 14-point advantage. Still 7:24 left in the second quarter.
Check this out.
Three-point shot of the game brought to you by CORSA Motorcycle Tires. Dominate the streets. Camacho, sabi mo, hindi naman parating sa corner namin titira yan. Extending this lead now to 14 para sa Shawarma Shack. Babalik po tayo with more Asiabasket. Back with the last 7:22 of this first half. Action between the Shawarma Shack and Makati Circus. 14-point lead nga being enjoyed here by the Shawarma Shack against this team in black. J. Arcado looking to create for himself. Able to make that under-goal stab. And yung opensa nga ni Formento and Cado na heavily reliant itong Makati Circus not working just yet.
Not yet, di ba? Not yet because we know that they can light it up. But to your point, 4 points for Formento, Cado with only 4. In fact, the leading scorer is JM Lloren with 6 points.
well, something positive din siguro if you are Makati that outside of Cado and Formento, may ibang nagsi-step up dahil yun naman yung ayaw mo ring mangyari na you only rely on Cado and itong si Formento in terms of your offense. However, your key guys would have to get their usual numbers if not more. Put yourself in a position to recover from this early 14-point deficit.
And nakakatakot yan. Sa kabila naman kasi, walang dominant scorer because Castro has 7, Menges has 6, Camacho has 7, di ba? And then people like Matiliano, yung alam nating leading scorer only with 5. But they're happy with that because kung lahat nag-aambag, nag-chip in, everyone scores 8, 9 points across the board, then it's so difficult to guard that team.
Who do you zero into now? Yeah? Ibanez against Cado. He will lose that basketball. 2-on-2 on the other end. There's an unsportsmanlike foul signaled here by our officials trying to stop that break para sa Makati Circus.
Montilla knew it.
Ang itatawag ng ating officials. So,
Si Montilla kasi yung mahabol sa defense. Nang hinayang siya na may bumitaw ng foul. And I think that will be called against Camacho. And sayang he knew it. Montilla number 11 says, I'm chasing it down. Would have been a good challenge.
instead, you now have a couple of free throws here para sa Makati Circus. Chance to bring this lead down and they will keep possession.
But if you're CJ Lloren, okay, the other Lloren, okay to, you're trying to cut that deficit down, 6-12, try to mount some rally here. You're down by what, 13? 13 points, 6-12, cut it down to 8 points in the next 2-3 minutes. Hopefully cut it down to 6 at the end of the first half, then you have a ball game.
Bit more manageable, no? Heading into the second half and maybe some momentum na pwede mo rin ngang dalhin. Just within striking distance habang tinatry pa ngang maghanap ng rhythm nito ni Cado and Formento. Si Lugo will miss on that jumper. It's one and done here for the black shirts. Ibanez thought about going to the corner once again. Decides to take that three. Matiliano. It's offensive rebound and put back.
Ganda ng Buelo, he knew where that ball would go. Nobody boxed him out. So yung rebound and put back all done in one motion.
Ooh, look at that escape. Able to finish in the outstretched arms of Ik Akpuru Saliente, giving us that razzle-dazzle.
Kids, that's why you practice your in-out dribble for such situations.
Ganda naman, literal, pinag-circus niya yung kanyang mga defenders in that instance. 13-point lead still para sa Shawarma Shack.
Love how you put that there, Jaime.
Akpuru against Cado. Although that ball does go back to Makati Circus, Cado not giving him, doing himself any favors. Meantime, we'll look at this move of the game. Courtesy of our friends from CORSA, motorcycle tires dominate the streets.
I wonder if, asking our game producer, EP, wonder if they could be called the concert men or the circus men. Diba? Itong Makati Circus, ano? Kasi ganda ng mga movement kanina ni Saliente. Ooh, there we go.
Cado getting his first field goal here in the second quarter. Fairly quiet pa nga itong si JR Cado for Makati Circus. You wouldn't want to give him that rhythm. As Matiliano will be fouled here. Just the first team foul para sa Makati Circus. So kung ano yung dami ng foul nila in the first quarter this time around.
Yan ang kailangan nila. Yan ang kailangan nila, JR Cado, challenging the defense of Ik. You know, because you have to make Akpuru work. Diba? Pag hindi, yung energy hindi mawawala.
That corner once again, working wonders para sa Shawarma Shack, extending this lead once again to 14, 44-30. Another 3-point conversion para sa Shawarma Shack, shooting at an incredibly high clip, 6 of 11.
6 of 11 indeed.
Talang sa kabila, just 1 out of 12. Formento trying to change that, short on that attempt. Montilla finds Matiliano. Na-deceive niya si Lloren in that instance.
Good challenge by JM Lloren trying to go after Matiliano. Pero last second, kumagat So I think no intent to harm. It's just that he was already committed to go up. And pero maganda pa nga yung ginawa doon ni Joren, ano? Just making sure that hindi solid contact.
Hindi niya pang-hack down pa sana just to make sure na hindi na nga makaangat si Domark Matellano.
But give credit to Montilla. Pagkakuha ng rebound, corner of his eye, he saw Matellanos, diba, running on the break, then feeding him that ball.
Matellano gets the second free throw, splitting his charity. Still 4 and 24 left here in our first half. Lamang pa rin ng Shawarma Shack dito, 45-30. Pass para kay Fabila, anticipated by Montilla. Really doing it on both ends of the floor is Montilla. That time finding itong si Gabawan for that finish.
I saw it a mile away. Gabawan was sprinting. He knew that a veteran like Montilla will be rewarding the big guy who will dive in the middle and run the break with him.
Cliche na nga yan, Chiki. No? Kapag talagang nag-rim run yung big mo, kailangan mo pakainin. Sa Lioren, able to get that basket, keeping Makati Circus in it.
3:51, they're down by 15. They bring this down to 10 to feed off something positive. Talking about Makati Circus, that would be nice in the next 3:42 for them.
Ibanez, another floater will work. Naman ni Shawarma Shack, really trying to keep this Makati Circus at bay. Really don't want them na maka-build ng any confidence heading into the second half. Dahil maalat pa nga itong si Cado at Formento. You would want to build that early cushion. You have a better chance of securing this victory and punching your semifinal ticket. Matellano, though, will miss on that ball away.
So that's a good stop for Makati Circus. But that stop will not be 100% complete if they don't score in this possession.
They go to Formento. Looking to this two-man game between him and J. Arcado. Just 7 to shoot here, Formento. Turnaround jumper, ayaw pa rin. Maalat pa rin talaga dito si Formento para sa Makati.
Oh, and that time, ang magiging culprit dyan. Come on, go ahead, partner.
Oh, yeah, assist of the game brought to us by Fiber Blaze. Nothing beats local.
More often than not, I think it's number 26, Kenasibar, yeah. So it's yung retaliation na makikita eh. And then this one. Right in front of referee Joe.
I think Ken Nasibar just showing some Filipino love kay Chiarcado. Welcome to the Philippines. As Fermento hits on that technical free throw of that second motion of Ken Nasibar. And Cado also rewarded with 2 free throws.
Nung una ko na-cover si J. Arcado, he reminded me so much of a Eugene Phelps, yung import sa PBA na bull strong. Balikat kasi when he puts his shoulders down and then he goes for that rebound or attack to the basket, solid eh.
Ako naman, ang naalala ko dyan is si David Noel of the former Tar Heel. I think import ng Ginebra.
Oh, yes.
Parang similar build din. 49-34 time, 15-point lead para sa Shawarma Shack. Timeout nga muna and we'll be back with more Asiabasket. before we resume our last 2 and 53 of this first half between Shawarma Shack and Makati Circus, inimbitahan muli namin kayo sa concert on November 12, Sunday, dito din sa Dasmariñas Arena. Kasama natin ang Nobita, Mayonnaise, and Al James. Tickets available from Ticket Melon via link or QR code, and pwede mag-walk-in on the day itself. Just buy tickets po dito sa ating venue. Concert ticket would include the finals ticket on the 11th of November. Gates open at 3 p.m.
O, kita mo na, may finals ka na, may concert ka pa. Diba?
Paano? Talagang hatid sa atin dito ng City of Dasmariñas. Sibanyas missing on that shot. Cado! Finish on the other end. Ito na nga yung hinihingi mo, Chicky. Mababa nila to a kind of a more decent deficit heading into that second half.
9 points already for Cado, and you don't want him to light up if you're Shawarma Shack. Kailangan mo add the pressure, continue with how you're playing the game, and build a good lead to end the half.
To the corner once again. Favorite para sa Shawarma Shack.
Oh my.
James Castro naman ang mahanap nila.
So ilang conversion na yan? 7 of 13, tama ba? If I'm not mistaken, and from beyond the arc, 7 of 13 already for Shawarma Shack.
I can just imagine a shot chart dito para sa Shawarma Shack, and how many X's or O's, depends kung ano yung hanap mo.
Dun sa corner,
yung makes
diba?
nila dun sa corner. Parang sobrang dami ng tinta dun sa corner na yan para sa Shawarma Shack.
Parang apat no? 3 or 4.
Easily.
In that right corner, because Menkes threw a 3-point shot in the left corner, and then a pair, I think, sa 45 or sa top of the key.
And that 3-point shot of the game, once again brought to us by our friends from CORSA Motorcycle Tires. Dominate the streaks. Minute and 36 left here in the second quarter, 52 to 36. Now a 16-point lead built here by the Shawarma Shack, the biggest lead so far.
Montilla saw that Fabula is trying to cheat and go to the corner. That's why he tried to attempt an inside pass.
Parang binibait na lang nila ngayon dahil they want to counter nga yung abang sa corner nitong Shawarma Shack. Stepping backward, another three-pointer, James Castro. Extending this lead now para sa Shawarma Shack to 18. Cado.
8 of 14 from 3-point area ang Shawarma Shack.
We saw how the Benil Blazers were able to break this game open via that three-point arc. Shawarma Shack mukhang using the same blueprint. Nice escape off the glass para kay Lloren.
Spin move.
As Asibar gets that finish in the sky play. Plus the foul coming from Fabula.
Timely pass coming from Castro. Not afraid to take that risk. So his veteran there. That's all he needed. That's all Asibar needed. Saktong pasa and he'll finish strong.
James Castro again feeding the big, running the break here for Shawarma Shack. Pushing all the right buttons here are the white shirts. Now a 17-point lead para sa kanila.
Kapatid, ito, loaded ng veterano to. Itong 5 ng white shirts. Kasi you have Asibar, Montilla, and Gabawan. These guys have played in a lot of games that I have covered before.
They've been around.
Oh, yes.
As we look at Lloren really trying to will this Makati team back into this ball game. It's not Cado, it's not Formento, it has been JM Lloren carrying the scoring load here for the Circus Music Festival. Some pressure on the backcourt here para sa Makati. Still looking at this 14-point deficit.
Oh, tinan mo naman yun. Binato na lang. And Castro, after having 4 assists, scores his 13th and 14th points respectively.
Couldn't help but smile after that basket as Lloren really piling it on here para sa Makati. Hanap nila si Asibar. Bawi ka agad sa kabila.
What a pass from Montilla. Very risky but high returns.
Ascado finishing on the other side. As first half will end, palitan nga ng baskets dito to end the quarter, but still a 14-point lead here para sa Shawarma Shack, 61 to 47.
At yung 3-point shooting, yung 3-point shooting ang sinasandalan ngayon ng Shawarma Shack. That's the reason why even if there's a rally by Makati Circus, hindi nila matuloy yan dahil may panagot palagi ang Shawarma Shack.
Shawarma Shack with the 61 big points, leading by 14 against the Makati Circus Music Festival. And before we head to the halftime break with talagang try to focus on how much the three-point shooting of Shawarma Shack has been working for them, able to make this lead to a double-digit advantage. Meanwhile, Kate Reyes is one of those outside snipers, Francis Camacho of Shawarma Shack.
We have here Shawarma's go-to guy, Francis Camacho. Francis, you know your team is showing encouraging performance on your shooting. Impact basket, halos lahat pasok.
Yes, yun nga. Siguro sa dugout nag-huddle kami. So sabi na ni coach kung sino open, siguro tira lang namin, tas kumpiyansa lang yun.
Francis, ito kanina sabi ni Domark sa akin, ngayon nyo palang babasahin ng Makati ngayon after 2 quarters. Ano sa tingin nyo ang magsusustain sa lead nyo?
Yun nga, maintain lang siguro namin yung defense namin, ball rotation. So, hindi pa tapos yung laro, so gusto pa namin layuan yung kalaban namin.
Thank you so much, Francis. That is all, and we'll be back after this break.
Life is we live in an interconnected world, a shared past, present, and future, connected by a series of ties, strengthened by love, for better or for worse. The need to adapt when there is change, to support one another, to bring kindness where there is pain. The need of loving kindness, of interconnection. The future you used to chase. The future you used to wonder. Now, you're living it. This is Jabber. Reconnect, adapt, and evolve. Jabber Motorcom. Make rides more fun. Life is the will to power. Life is the will to power. The desire to dominate and reshape the world, to conquer, to reign, to rule the streets. The challenge awaits. Will you answer the call and dominate with total control? Unleashing the supreme CORSA with excellent grip and handling performance. Designed for longer mileage and extended durability. Optimum balance for your daily riding. The Supreme itself, muscle of the road. CORSA. We live in an interconnected world. A shared past, present, and future. Connected by a series of ties. Strengthened by love. For better or for worse. The need to adapt when there is change. To support one another. To bring kindness where there is pain. The need of loving kindness, of interconnection. The future you used to chase. The future you used to want. Now, you're living it. This is Jabber. Reconnect, adapt, and evolve. Jabber Motorcom. Make rides more fun. Life is the will to power. The desire to dominate and reshape the world, to conquer, to reign, to rule the streets. The challenge awaits. Will you answer the call and dominate with total control? Unleashing the Supreme CORSA with excellent grip and handling performance. Designed for longer mileage and extended durability. Optimum balance for your daily riding. The Supreme itself, muscle of the road. CORSA. We live in an interconnected world. A shared past, present, and future. Connected by a series of ties. Strengthened by love. For better or for worse. The need to adapt when there is change. To support one another. To bring kindness where there is pain. The need of loving kindness, of interconnection. The future you used to chase. The future you used to want. Now, you're living it. This is Jabber. Reconnect, adapt, and evolve. Jabber Motorcom. Make rides more fun. Life is the will to power. The desire to dominate and reshape the world, to conquer, to reign, to rule the streets. The challenge awaits. Will you answer the call and dominate with total control? Unleashing the supreme CORSA with excellent grip and handling performance. Designed for longer mileage and extended durability. Optimum balance for your daily riding. The Supreme itself, muscle of the road. CORSA. Life is the will to power. The desire to dominate and reshape the world, to conquer, to reign, to rule the streets. The challenge awaits. Will you answer the call and dominate with total control? Unleashing the supreme CORSA with excellent grip and handling performance. Designed for longer mileage and extended durability. Optimum balance for your daily riding. The Supreme itself, muscle of the road. CORSA. We live in an interconnected world, a shared past, present, and future, connected by a series of ties, strengthened by love, for better or for worse. The need to adapt when there is change, to support one another, to bring kindness where there is pain. The need of loving kindness, of interconnection. The future you used to chase. The future you used to want. Now, you're living it. This is Jabber. Reconnect, adapt, and evolve. Jabber Motorcom. Make rides more fun.
And we are back at the 2023 CORSA Tires Asiabasket Dasmariñas Championship. Right now with me again is head coach Brian Beran of Makati. Coach, quick check. What was the atmosphere like in that locker room?
Medyo hindi maganda, no? Pero hopefully makapag-adjust kami. May mga bilin ako sa dugout na hopefully ma-adjust namin defense, offense. Sana mag-take effect sa game para makahabol.
Coach, kanina pinag-usapan natin, your players are basically inter-barangay players put together to play pro.
Opo. Yan naman yung pinagmamalaki namin no, sa Makati Circus Music Festival na all homegrown. Wala kaming drafted na ibang players na pro. Ganito. So sila yung mga magagaling sa barangay namin, then pinik namin, then nag-train kami 3 months para sa liga na to. So sabi ko nga, bonus na lang yung panalo namin. Pero nanalo na kami kasi nakasali kami sa ganitong kagandang liga.
Thank you so much, Coach. Back to you, Jaime and Chicky.
Thank you, Kate, as we take a look at the highlights from the first 2 quarters of action. But some thoughts on that interview, Chicky, from the Makati coach.
Well, really, no, they've been practicing. They got good players. Obviously, yung kabila din naman, ganoon din naman ang ginagawa, may mga veterano pa. At the end of the day, kung ano man ang na-ensayo ninyo with the team that you have, it's the execution. I will always say that. And in the first half, yung Shawarma Shack, they've executed quite well yung game plan that was designed for them. Which is what? They're really running the floor well. They're locating their shooters. It's been an old style, sabihin mo na, pero it's still very effective. They drive, they draw the defenders, and they kick out. And it's working. For Makati Circus, what's good here is that they've activated JR Cado. Diba? Ang nami-miss na lang natin dito siguro puntos ni Jan Formento. 5 points already. But we've seen good production from JM Loren, diba? So, pwede pa in the third quarter. But let's go to the numbers first here. Tira mo yung field goals. 20 of 42. Mas marami lang conversion. Itong Shawarma Shack going 21 of 32 at 65%, di ba? Sa kabila yung 20 of 42 would be at 47%. So volume shooting, Makati Circus, that should be fine. Rebounding department, this is where they need to crash the boards more. They want to catch up here in the third quarter. Now, going to the 3-point story, aray ko, 1 of 13. For Shawarma Shack, 7 of 13, that's what, over 50% shooting from beyond the arc. That's a very nice clip there. But yung 1 of 13, simply unacceptable siguro for Makati Circus. Because ibig sabihin, yung 13 shots, good looks yan eh. Hindi naman forced. So they really have to connect on that. And look at the bench points. Coming off the bench, whoever is plucked out ni Coach Cesar sa Shawarma Shack has been producing. The same thing has to happen for Makati Circus.
So look at our game leaders nga for this ball game so far. JM Loren, ang absent nga for Mento, Cado, 13 points so far, 15 points leading the Makati Circus. Cado with 6 boards. Montilla naman sa kabila with 6 assists, continuously finding yung kanyang mga streaking teammates on the break, and Ikakpuro with a block so far. Makati is looking to address those gaps. 3-point shooting, inalat nga sa kanila in the first 2 quarters. And for Mento, yet to be activated, the top 4 scorer after the prelims, itong si Jan Formento, looking to pick up his offense here in the second half. This is the start that you're looking for if you are a Makati Circus fan. JR Cado opening up the third quarter with that basket plus a foul.
13-point siya. I remember that in the first 2 quarters. Hindi ako magtataka if he will try to turn the scoring lights on, get more touches, more aggressive to the basket. And that would mean extra white shirts might need to clamp down on him. It might, no? It might just free up a couple of shooters for Makati Circus from the outside.
That's 16 points now for this Bahamas native, JR Cado. Introducing himself to us here in Philippine basketball. Puro goes to Kabawan, balik sa kanya. Look at the interior passing. Unable to finish on that attempt, but still 2 free throws para kay Ikakpuro. And you pointed that out sa Binilde Pilipinas Angeles kanina, how much you love interior passing every time it's executed.
It's like an arm's length lang yung separation eh. Diba? Pero pag alam mo na nandun yung body-body mo, fellow big man inside, and in the case of Ik, no, he was able to seal. Easy access for Jamil to give up that pass.
Yung interior passing din kasi parang kahit yun nga, napakalapit lang, it can't be a lazy pass as well.
Hindi pwede. Tsaka timing, di ba? Timing yung crucial doon.
Now, Insha back in this ball game, nursing those 3 fouls that he committed in the first quarter nga for the Makati Circus Music Festival squad. Just 5 to shoot. Lloren. Kick it out. Insha will fish for that foul. Head to the line for a couple.
Siya rin pala yung na-miss nga in the first half because if he was there, baka lang magsasag ng konti on Formento because Insha can be a good source of attack, di ba, ng puntos. Now that he's there with Jan and you got JM Lloren, so 3-headed scoring monsters na yan on top that can share that basketball. So let's see how Shawarma Shack will respond to that.
Insha hits that first. Marami-rami pang ang babawiin tong si Insha as he was totally absent in that second quarter for Makati Circus. Didn't do his team any favors getting those 3 early fouls. As foul will be given up on the backcourt. Yes, as I say that, Chicky, he is once again the culprit.
JM Lloren wanted to pick the pocket of his opponent. Risky thing because he had 3 fouls already. Ngayon, 4. 4 na. So, yung sinabi ko may 3 possible scorers in Lloren, Formento, and Insha, I'm not saying na Pasaran couldn't score, but Lloren is doing well, di ba? Offensively. So, he has to sit down. And with 8:53 left, not sure if susugal si Coach Brian ay pasok siya here in the third later on.
Cado attacks Akpuru, gets another basket. 18 so far para kay JR Cado.
Ano yung biggest lead kanina? Double digits, diba? Umabot pa ng 15, 16.
I believe 15 is the highest lead
We'll
for
check again,
Shawarma Shack in this ball game so far. Let me just double check our numbers. 19 actually was the
19.
biggest lead. Yes.
Ngayon, baba sa 10. Good sign here for Makati Circus.
Ibanez will miss from outside. Rebound battle. Cado stepping on that baseline. Ball goes back to the Shawarma Shack.
Cado apologizing to Lapasaran because parehas silang umabol dun sa loose ball.
Meanwhile, we have a look at this drive of the game brought to you by Jabber Motocom. Make rides more fun. Very tough assignment nga para kay Ik Akpuru trying to check itong si JR Cado.
Sneaky play from Ibanez. Di nakatingin si Formento. Then he went behind him and baseline jumper or rather under goal stab is good.
12-point lead pa rin para sa Shawarma Shack as a double dribble violation will be whistled here against Insha. So a couple of key players are really kind of troubled by fouls here for Makati Circus. Insha with 3, Lloren with 4 now. So yung full force nila, hindi talaga nila mapagsama ng tuluyan.
Diba? Yung potential eh.
Cado gets that board and he will run the break as well. To the corner, Formento. Able to get that 3-pointer to go. Pass ahead to Menguez. Able to track it down but turns the ball back over to Makati.
5-on-3 break. They have a good number here. The dark shirts. Oh!
They lose the basketball and cherry picking on the other side. Menguez is his 2 of this ball game.
Nasayang yung 5-on-3 break doon. No? That could have been big. Baka naibaba yun into 10 again or even 9 if they hit a 3.
But now a 14-point lead once again para sa Shawarma Shack. JR Cado di diskarte. Pull up. Won't work. Para kay Lapasaran. This is now James Castro. Look at that yo-yo move. Unable to finish though. Medyo binibi niya yung layup. Na-surprise that he was open underneath. Formento against Ibanez. Ibanez gives up that foul. 3-team foul so far para sa Shawarma Shack. Still 6:48 left here in our third as we look at this assist of the game brought to us by Fiber Blaze. Nothing beats local.
Nahirapan si Jan Formento to extricate himself from Ibanez. Ibanez has been all over him.
As Cado talagang pouring it on now. Safe to say he has addressed that slow start. JR Cado hitting that basket, 20 points plus this bonus free throw coming up.
That's 20-7 for the reinforcement of Makati Circus. He's doing heavy lifting here. Remember, he ended the first half with 13. Ngayon, meron siyang 21.
Kailangan niya talagang buhatin dahil Formento, his scoring buddy, is struggling so far with just 5 points. Para the top 4 scoring leader dito sa ating Asiabasket. And Lloren nga had to sit down with those 4 fouls. So doble kayod itong si J. Arcado para sa Makati. Now down to an 11-point lead, 67-56. Arcado able to deflect that pass. Ball will stay here with the white shirts.
If you're the dark shirts, you have 11 seconds to protect your turf. Sayang naman ano, if you're able to bring it down tapos hahayaan mo lang umiscore itong Shawarma Shack.
They go inside to Akpuru. Loses the ball momentarily, but a traveling will be whistled against him. Ball goes back to Makati. So the stops also getting there para sa Makati, giving them opportunities on the other side to trim this lead slowly but surely.
Credit Lapasaran for tapping that ball. Kaya nailang doon si Ik committing the traveling violation.
Formento now. Making a move. Kick out. 3 ball. That would work. This is Espiritu hitting that 3-pointer. So Formento maybe not producing the usual points, but that time able to find an Espiritu wide open for a 3-ball. Single-digit deficit na lamang. 8 hinahabol ng Makati. Akpuru inside. Nice tap from Cado.
Now you like this if you're rooting for Makati Circus. Mini run. Formento opting to defer. Recognizing na si Marlon nga was open at the left side. Oh, may coach's challenge. Doon ba sa top ni J. Arcado?
Seems like that is the one that is subject for review. 67-59, still 5:52 left here in the third quarter. By the way, this official review is brought to you by the bringer of news, features, and scoops in the world of hoops. Follow Hoop Junkie on your favorite social media platform. Household name na yan, of course, Hoop Junkie. So I think they're arguing na tumama kay Akpuru after.
Sa leg yata, di ba? Kasi nag-scissors yung mga legs niya. Pag tapik ni Cado, did it hit the right leg? Yun, I hope we could have that view here on our screen. Kung pwede natin request kay Direk yan, no? Para we can also have a clear view of what the referees are watching right now.
Tingnan naman yung coach's challenge, no? In that possession alone. Alam nila kung gaano ka-importante to get the possession back.
Ito. Thank you, guys. Let's see. So unsuccessful, meaning it did not hit the leg of Akpuru.
So ball will stay here with Shawarma Shack with still 12 to shoot. Go to Asibar. Will lose that basketball. Cado recovers it. Running it para sa Makati. Lapasaran almost loses that basketball. Ooh! Don Mark Mateliano passing it to the wrong jersey. Cado says, thank you very much.
And check out the score. We have a totally different ball game now.
67-61 now, just a 6-point lead. Castro breaking the ankles of Cado. Foul on the floor will be whistled here against Makati Circus. Just their third team foul.
Good foul, good duty foul dahil walang act of shooting doon. Ito yung ginto, naging bato, naging ginto ulit.
Cado says, yep, I found gold. It's now just a 6-point lead.
Kita mo yung sigh of relief ni Lapasaran, ano? After that, actually apologized for not being able to control it. But again, he was quick to tap it, to recover it. Kasi kung hindi na hinabol yun, outside yung bola.
Shawarma Shack trying to address this 14-6 run of the Makati Circus here in the third quarter. Ahead of the pack, Formento, easy two.
Asibar tried to do an old trick in the book. They're not gonna whistle that anymore na you're gonna fish for that foul dahil yung forearm mo naka-extend. It's not gonna happen. They're not gonna whistle that anymore.
Escado finds his scoring buddy, John Formento, for just his 7th point. However, 4-point lead na lamang para sa Shawarma Shack, 67-63. Back with the last 5 and 12 of this third quarter. Matchup between Shawarma Shack and the Makati Circus. 67-63 ang ating scoreline. 4-point lead pa rin para Shawarma Shack. As earlier, we were looking at the fans of the game. Brought to you by CORSA Motorcycle Tires. Dominate the streets. Our official partner dito sa Asiabasket.
Turnover again para sa kupunan ng Shawarma Shack. I'm gonna take a quick look at our turnovers here. So, oh, huge. For Makati Circus, it's only 6. For Shawarma Shack, it's already at 14. And points of turnovers, 18 points of turnovers ang Makati Circus, capitalizing on those 14 turnovers of Shawarma Shack.
Doon naman binawi nitong Makati
Yes.
Circus because the numbers that we were looking at the end of that first half, almost everything in favor of Shawarma. The corner, another 3-ball from Espiritu gets that to go. And here comes the Circus.
We gotta check that. We gotta check the assist department of Formento. I wanna take a look. Already with 5. Make that 6 for Formento.
Naman yun. He could have actually taken that shot against the defense of Camacho, deciding to go to the corner for that Espiritu 3. Meanwhile, we hear from Kate Reyes for a report.
Ituloy ang nasimulan, tibayan ang depensa at ito ang maghahatid sa Shawarma sa semifinals. Stat leader Mancicado ay hindi threatened ang Shawarma dahil collective effort at hindi lang isa or dalawang inaasahan nila. Sa big run ng Makati ngayon, titignan natin paano sila aksyon. Jaime and Chicky.
This is indeed a big run from the Makati Circus Music Festival, using this third quarter to address that what was once a 19-point deficit down to just 1.
Bumaba bigla, no?
It has been this third quarter na talagang naging kaibigan nitong Makati Circus. 19-6, they have outscored the Shawarma Shack with still 4:02 left
And
in
they're
the third
feeling
quarter.
it.
Yep.
And they're feeling it. They're feeling it. They're building up on this energy, the effort that they've started dito sa third quarter.
Sabi nga ni Coach Brian kanina in an interview with Kate, as Alano finds himself all alone, late to recover, is Makati in that instance.
And again, who was responsible for that? Montilla, I think, was the one who gave up that pass, di ba?
Montilla now with 7 assists to his name. Was the leading assist man at the end of the first half, picking up where he left off. Blocked from behind, but the foul will be whistled here against Shawarma Shack as Formento will go to the line for a couple.
Now, John Formento is not a tired man. They're giving him one-on-one access sa kabila, making Matiliano also work on defense. Now, if you're Shawarma Shack, okay, we produced 8 points, 3:43 to go. Eh, kaya nga nag-invest ka ng malaki. Oh, pull back tayo, di ba? Let's regain our bearings, play again in the type of game that we played in the first half.
Kumbaga sila naman yung kailangan i-weather itong storm ng Makati Circus as Formento hits on both. Back to a 1-point lead. Press nga dito ang Makati. Similar to what they did in that first half. Castro with a head of steam. No foul will be whistled. Formento comes up with it. Thought about the 3, pulls up. Still unable to get that 3-pointer to go is Jan Formento.
You gotta love that, yung shooter's mentality, may amnesia.
Matiliano finishes with that left. He is left-handed. Now back to a 3-point lead, 71-68.
Domark saw that opening. Hindi niya papakawalan yan and he'll finish that one.
Another 3 ball, that will be short para kay Espiritu. But there to clean it up was Pableo para sa Makati Circus.
This is the perfect time for Kobe to start lighting it up.
Castro, kick out to Matiliano. Open for that 3 ball. Short. Caro gets the board.
Uh-oh.
So kick ball will be whistled here. That's one way to stop Caro fast break.
Natakot no? Parang full speed ahead. Check this out.
That was Don Mark Matiliano with a drive off the game, brought to you by Jabber Motocom. Make rides more fun. So check that, correcting myself, it wasn't a kick ball, it was a foul committed by Shawarma Shack, bringing J.R. Cado to the line.
4 of 5 from the free throw line, already with 24 points.
So supporters here from the Makati Circus Music Festival team now smiling. Not much to smile about in that first half, as their team trailed for most of those first 2 quarters. But ito na nga, finally able to break through and
After
get this
a long
1-point lead.
while,
Yes. Castro looking to attack. Gets the foul from Pableo. Getting that end one. Kinuha pa sa kabila, JK.
Dinukot, we gotta see that again.
Starting from the left, going to the right, binitin pa. Absorbing that contact is James Castro. Throws it up high off the glass, getting that finish.
The focus, the balance, the concentration, and the mastery of the backboard.
Lead back to the Shawarma Shack, 74-72 after Makati was able to take that lead momentarily. We have a ball game here, Chicky.
19 or rather 17 points para kay Castro.
To go with 6 times as well.
Oh,
Pavila, that's too strong.
they missed Formento open at the corner.
They find Matiliano, bibitin din sa loob. Foul will be given up here by Saliente. So Shawarma Shack, after giving up that lead, now stringing some of their points back, courtesy of Matiliano and Castro.
And I saw John Formento talking to Fabula, and Fabula was so apologetic because 95% of the time, there's somebody in front of John Formento.
So the few times na open si John
Hindi
Formento,
nabigyan eh. Oo.
kailangan mo siyang mahanap. Because he is a marked man, deservedly so, especially heading into this particular matchup na Shawarma Shack doesn't have a lot to work with, as reported by Kate earlier, na hindi pa sila ganun ka-familiar with Makati Circus. But I'm sure they know John Formento is a man that you need to check.
Sa kabila naman, I like what Castro's doing, ha? You're pushing the ball every time Shawarma Shack has a chance. So let's see. Ito yung pang-counter nila.
Formento for 3, finally, and look at him. Putting his hands up in prayer, saying na sa wakas,
Thank
nakaisa
you.
rin.
You know what? It's his first conversion from Rainbow Land, 1 of 6. Total of 12 for Formento.
76-75, 1-point lead para sa Shawarma Shack. Montilla, ikot nila. Straight away, Camacho. That's off. Matiliano tracks it down. They get another opportunity. They go to the corner, Matiliano. Baseline jumper would be made, but no continuation provided. Pero penalty na nga ang parehong koponan dito. So free throws coming up para kay Domark Matiliano.
And I say the same thing for Castro. He was actually camping in the left corner. Nagtayo na ng tent, nagtayo na ng second floor. Hindi siya nakita ni Camacho. Libreng-libre sana sa tres.
Kumbaga, the time that Shawarma would have been made, hindi pa rin nabibigay
Oo.
yung bola dito kay James Castro.
Nakain na, naubos na.
Nalagyan na ng extra cheese, nalagyan na ng hot sauce
Lahat.
and all. Hindi pa rin napupunta sa kanya yung bola.
And that's why he had a light moment with Camacho and even Montilla. And nagtawanan na lang sila doon. But it happens. And sometimes you fail to recognize your shooter is open.
And, really nice to see for both teams that they communicate immediately after missing that kind of find. Formento once again.
Oh, Castro on him. I like this matchup.
Just 6 to shoot. Formento. Top of the key jumper. That's good. So yung 3-pointer na yun, mukhang dito nakakahanap ng kumpiyansa. Itong si John Formento.
14 points, that's all the space he needed. Slight nudge, slight push.
Matiliano now. Inside to Alano. Unable to finish. Ascado grabs that board. He will run it once again. Passes it off. Favila with that finish. Lead back to Makati Circus 79-78.
Oh, what a third quarter we're watching. Right, are covering right now. Both teams are actually responding to the challenge thrown at them.
Back and forth ball game now. Itong ang Makati Circus able to get the lead from 19 points down. Last 8 seconds here in our third. James Castro once again attacking the hoop. Loses the basketball. Formento recovers. A second to shoot. Throws it from half court. Misses on that attempt. But the Makati Circus outscoring the Shawarma Shack 30-17 in that third. Able to take this 1-point lead heading into the fourth, 79-78.
That's a huge third quarter indeed para dito sa Makati Circus. John Formento finding his range. J.R. Cado starting everything for that run, and after producing 23 and 24 in the first 2 quarters, 32 pinakawalan ng Makati Circus sa third, kaya namang sila dito ng isa.
Diyan na nga magtatapos ang ating third quarter, 79-78, the Makati Circus with this 1-point lead heading to the fourth. Last 10 minutes of action of this quarterfinals matchup of the Shawarma Shack and the Makati Circus Music Festival, and all the way down from 19, Chicky. Makati Circus now making a game out of it, as once again we look at the fans of the game, brought to you by CORSA Motorcycle Tires, dominate the streets. Really enjoying the action here this afternoon, and seeing themselves in the big screens that we have here in Dasmariñas Arena. Ganun kaganda itong arena natin dito.
Alin? Yung arena.
Yung big screen.
Oo, tinawid mo.
Akin.
Ha? Oo.
Sinisigurado mo lang naman, appreciate you double checking what I meant. As Alano.
Sinasabay mo dun sa mga honey shots indirect. Kaya
Okay.
sinigurado ko lang. But kidding aside, maganda yung third quarter ng Makati Circus. 32-17 nga. Picking up from what you said.
Move off the game brought to you by CORSA Motorcycle Tires. Dominate the streets. Kadaw, napakagat nito ni Alano. Able to get the foul pa nga. Ooh, missed assignment there. Alano gets that offensive rebound to the corner. Matiliano for 3. And that corner once again para sa Shawarma Shack.
And one more assist for Montilla. But let me say this, siguro nung third quarter observation ko was, yes, Shawarma Shack, they're trying to push that ball with a steal here. By Mac Montilla, at pinasa pa. There's another assist for him. But what was missing in Shawarma Shack's third quarter was that ball movement, the drive and kick. Kasi ginagawa nila, hindi na sila gumagalaw. Tapos, nagmamadali pa sila sa fast break opportunities nila.
Montilla coming up with that steal, deciding to still pass it off to Alano. Make that 8 dimes now para kay Montilla. Abante nga muli ng 6 itong Shawarma Shack, 85-79, as that was our defensive play of the game, brought to us by Decathlon. before we resume our fourth quarter action, 85-79, still in favor of the Shawarma Shack. Muli namin kayong iniimbitahan sa concert po ngayong linggo, November 12, dito rin sa Dasmariñas Arena. Kasama po natin ang Nobita, Mayonnaise, and Al James. Tickets available from Ticket Melon via link or QR code. Pwede rin po kayong mag-walk-in on the day itself. Just buy tickets po sa venue. Ang concert tickets natin, kasama na rin ang finals tickets on November 11. Gates open at 3 p.m.
Ano to, partner? 7-0 run, ano? Tama ba? From 79-78, di ba?
7-0 run indeed para sa Shawarma Shack to begin this fourth quarter. Saliente able to finish inside.
Gotta love that, putting the ball on the floor, not opting to go for the outside para naman may variety of points for Makati Circus.
Stopping the bleeding now for the black shirts, addressing that 7-0 run. They rotate the ball once again. Ito nga yung hinahanap mo sa Shawarma Shack that has been able to open up a lot of things for them in the first half that was pretty much absent in the third. But ahead of everyone is Formento looking for that foul. Able to get that layup to go. He's still on the backcourt here. As Castro looking to attack. Blocking foul naman ang itatawag dito against Makati.
And Formento is pleading his case. If we could take a look at that last sequence, I think he got clipped prior to that sequence dito naman sa side ng Shawarma Shack. And that's the reason why nawalan siguro ng gana bumalik ng kaunti itong si John Formento.
Castro though won't be awarded 2 free throws after that blocking foul called against Espiritu. Second team foul here para sa Makati Circus. Still 8:33 left in our final canto. They go inside to Alano against Formento. That time, Formento getting the best of him.
Oh yes, indeed. He stayed with Alano and kahit na 2-3 inches shorter, kita mo yung banggaan, ano?
Kitang-kita talaga natin,
Sa harap
Chiki,
natin,
especially where we are sitting. It's definitely a physical ball game. Clean, but definitely physical. 85-81, 4-point lead para sa Shawarma Shack after giving up that lead in the third quarter. It was a 1-point lead nga for Makati Circus heading into our fourth quarter. Able to come back from a 19-point lead beginning of this game. Saliente once again crossing over. Hindi niya naisan si Alano doon pero ang ganda sana ang takas niya.
Oh, was nice. He's big. Saliente is big. Reminds me so much of a parang smaller version of a Noli Locsin.
That's a good reference,
diba?
Chiki. And something that I still know. Huwag ka lang uhugot ng mga medyo. Noli Locsin, ubra pa tayo dyan. Castro looking to attack. His pass anticipated by Saliente. Formento sa kabila. Block by Montilla.
Good defense by Mac.
Olicado to beat. Matiliano pulling up, won't get the bounce. Unable to get that basket to go was Camacho. Cado now on the other end. They go to Formento, open for 3. Ayaw din. Takbuhan dito parehong koponan. James Castro now. Nice find to Camacho.
And Castro has been doing that effectively. You know, pag walang sumabay, he'll go up. And he has found his range already. Pag may sumabay naman, he is quick to recognize nasan yung teammates niya. But check this out first. Good block by Mac Montilla.
That defensive play of the game brought to you by Decathlon. Si Montilla doing it on both ends of the floor. 10 assists na para dito kay Montilla, but showing us as well that he can make those big defensive plays.
May panagot no? Ang Shawarma Shack when every time Makati Circus would try to mount a longer rally.
Nice spin move inside. They look for Cado. He is pushed. So foul will be whistled here against Gabawan. Third personal para sa kanya. Still a 6-point lead for Shawarma Shack. Exactly 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Sabi mo nga, Chiki, Makati was able to take that 1-point lead heading into the fourth, but hindi nila madagdagan. They can't create enough cushion. Samantalang Shawarma Shack has the answers here in the fourth, able to once again build a bit of a lead.
Yung sustain, di ba? Hindi masustain lang eh. And you gotta give credit to Shawarma Shack for having that answer every time they'd mount a rally. Uh-oh.
Almost making that three-pointer. Cado, make sure they get that defensive rebound. He will run it once again. And gets that basket to go. J.R. Cado now with 27 big points.
27. Working both ends of the floor. Tapos meron pa siyang 12 rebounds.
And, kahit sabihin mo 12 rebounds na Cheeky, malayo pa sa kanyang 17.5 average. Leading the league so far.
9 of those 12 coming from defensive boards. We've seen it right in front of us. One-shot offense for the white shirts. He'll easily get that rebound.
Previously naman, Monteliano was called for that offensive foul. Ball goes back to Makati. Lloren off on that three-pointer. Matagal nga nating di nakita to si JM Lloren na Cheeky. Committed that early fourth foul sa ating third quarter. But despite the absence of JM Lloren, dun din naman humabol itong Makati Circus. Hopefully he gets to pick up his offense once again here in the fourth.
Uh-oh.
Monteliano. Same spot as James Castro. Missed earlier. Mukhang lumilipat yung corner dito para sa Shawarma Shack dito naman sa wing.
Very basic what they're doing. They're going to the strong side as if to take the shot there, then quick movement to the other side. Matiliano ang open doon.
Formento this time will get that whistle. We'll go back to the line for a couple. Yung inahanap ni John Formento dito. Yung tawag as we have another look at that three-pointer from Domark Matiliano. Domark's the spot. And another three-pointer para Shawarma Shack, extending this lead to 7. But a chance to trim that lead down is John Formento from the stripe. Gets his first.
Really shooting not so well from three-point area is Jan, going only 1 for 8. But yun nga yung shooter's mentality, di ba? Kalimutan mo yung mintis mo dahil alam mo yung next shot, dapat ang mindset mo, papasok to.
And kung lisensya lang ang usapan na Cheeky, John Formento definitely has that license to shoot. So a 5-point advantage para sa Shawarma Shack. Against the Makati Circus. Mananalo nga po dito will be facing the Benilde Blazers sa ating semifinals. Sila na po nag-aabang dyan after getting that victory against the Pilipinas Aguilas in our earlier ball game. Castro with 3 to shoot. Takes out to Camacho. 1 second to shoot. Oh, would that count? As our officials talagang inunahan na itong Shawarma Shack. Emphatically saying that that basket would not count.
Hindi pwedeng pakawalan ni Jamil upon receiving it. It was too deep. In my observation, really had to take it sa kabila. Kasi may bantay sa likod niya. Eh, no?
Officials really eagle eye knowing that shot was after the buzzer. Formento will miss inside. A little less than 5 minutes gone by sa ating fourth quarter. Dikdigan pa rin tayo dito, 90 to 85. Just 5 points separating both these teams. In this quarterfinal matchup. Go to Matiliano. Magic corner. That won't go. Cado another board. Runs it once again. Ooh, in and out dribble. Hangs in the air. Gets that finish. 29 points now for J.R. Cado.
Oh, working hard in the office.
Sabi nga ni Coach Brian kanina that despite being the import that had the least height sa kanilang tatlong pinagpilian, they felt that J.R. Cado had the most or has the most heart. Saliente gets that to trickle in. Balik na naman sa isa, lamang dito ng Shawarma Shack.
Saliente is just flying under the radar. Alam mo? But he's producing timely baskets here.
Yun naman, kahit na hindi man ganun karami, pero kailan naman na ipapasok. Montilla goes to the corner once again. Matiliano deciding to attack. Kick out to James Castro. His corner three won't go. Again, that deadly corner for Shawarma Shack. Hindi nga lang na-convert. Loses the basketball and able to be recovered by Camacho.
They say haste makes waste, and that's what happened dun sa Makati Circus.
Castro to Matiliano. Kicks out to Montilla. Inside to Gabawan. Will be fouled by Pableo. He will go to the line for a couple.
That was a long sequence, and I was surprised why only 3 black shirts are down there. Tapos yung white shirts, 4 na yung bumababa.
Initially had the 3-on-2 na na-stop nila yung 3-on-2 break na yon, yung dalawang Makati Circus players, but nga lang, hindi na nakahabol tong iba. Maybe thinking that it would be an easy conversion for Shawarma Shack.
Both teams actually did not take advantage. Offensively, 3-on-2, they were able to convert. Defensively, nakita mo na nga hindi nakakonvert sa 3-on-2. Sana humataw pabalik, di ba? Yung defensive team.
2-point lead na para sa Shawarma Shack, 91-89. Still a free throw para kay Gabawan. 2-for-2 para sa kanya. Still a one-possession ball game with 3:20 remaining here in the final quarter. But if you are Makati Circus after being down by 19,
Oh yeah.
this is the position that you really would want to find yourself in. So Matiliano, nice tap from behind, and he is ahead of the pack. Hinahabol ni Loren. He will win that foot race.
That's how you do it. You stand in front of your defensive guy, zigzag your way. Don't give him that room to be able to run in front of you.
Formento unable to finish. Looking for the foul once again. Nice steal by Saliente. Goes to Cado. Hangs in the air. And that's the only way you could actually stop itong si Cado sa loob.
Now let me say this, Jan Formento, yes, he was challenged. Yes, he might have a case of getting clipped. But if the whistle has been blown, hasn't been blown at tuloy na yung play, you gotta go back on defense. Nagkataon dito na bumalik yung bola sa kanila. Otherwise, it would have been a breakaway for Shawarma Shack.
So a bit of composure din yung kailangan dito ng Makati Circus because they have a good opportunity here to steal it from Shawarma Shack. And I say steal it dahil yun nga, sila nga yung talaga naghahabol for most of this ballgame.
And going back to my point on Jan Formento, he is a good defender. So imagine kung magreklamo lang siya after a no whistle, hindi siya babalik pa ibaba. You're losing one good defender in Jan Formento.
Putting your team nga at a disadvantage. But still 2:35 remaining. Alano open for this jumper. That's short. Gabawan tracks it down. Gives another opportunity here para sa Shawarma Shack. Montilla asking for this Alano screen. Still Montilla. Able to escape his defender initially as Saliente will be whistled for this personal. And that would mean free throws na para sa Shawarma Shack. Penalty na po ang Makati Circus.
Pang-5 na ba yun?
Just team foul number 4. Okay, correct myself. So at the limit are both teams actually. Montilla looking for a friend, finds Gabawan. This is now Matiliano being checked by Formento.
Watch out for the corners.
Pull-up jumper won't work. Loren will get that rebound. Favela, pass ahead to Cado. Only Matiliano to beat. 32 now for J.R. Cado.
Smart thinking from J.R. Cado. One dribble. He knew that Matiliano can pick that ball.
Last 2 minutes announced by our venue announcer dito sa ating Dasmariñas Arena, Mel Moreno. Last 2 minutes brought to you by Grab Kitchen. Montilla this time decides to take it all the way.
Kalmado, no? Mac Montilla showing his veteran smarts there.
Ang gusto ko dun, Chiki, yung bounce ng kanyang ponytail eh, habang...
Can't relate, partner.
Neither do I, but... 96-92, 4-point lead para Shawarma Shack as Formento gets that 3-pointer. And that's how you answer. If ikaw si Jan Formento, hindi mo nakukuha ang mga tawag. 3-pointer, second of the game, bringing the Makati Circus back to a 1-point deficit na lamang.
2 of 9.
That
From
3-point
beyond
shot
the
of
arc.
the game brought to you by CORSA Motorcycle Tires. Dominate the streets.
We don't mind if this game goes into overtime. Kung ganito kaganda yung palitan.
The chance of defense coming from the Makati Circus bench. Echoing dito sa ating Dasmariñas Arena. Montilla straight away. That's off. Castro tracks it down. They go to Matiliano.
I would say Makati Circus dodge a bullet there dahil si Mac may tiro yan sa labas. Oh, he's bringing it in. He is bringing it in, Mac Montilla.
Sabi nga natin kanina, di ba, yung timing kung kailan papasok yung puntos, that's just the 4th point of Montilla, all here in the 4th quarter and all to address the Makati Circus run.
Because he's been facilitating with 11 assists.
Kung ikaw rin yung defender, eh, no? Parang pumapasa to the whole game. Eh. It's Formento now. Using that Favela pick. Eye to eye with Matiliano. 4 to shoot. Makes his move. Driving the lane would miss. Cado put back, won't go. The ball will be kept by the Music Festival. 36 seconds remaining in this ball game, Chicky.
14 dyan. Recycled shot clock dito. 14 will belong to Makati Circus. And I thought that was a gimme for J.R. Cado, yung putback. Oh!
Ball is stolen by Castro. And foul will be whistled here against Makati Circus. Penalty na nga sila. So James Castro will have a chance to give them a bit more cushion, trying to hold on to this lead.
Basang-basa yung yung basa. So I think that was that JM Lloren for that foul? Fifth foul na yan, ano?
Great start nga para kay JM Lloren. He will finish this evening with 15 points. Kaso, yun nga, that was all in the first half of action. Had to check ang kanyang foul trouble as James Castro unable to make this a two-possession ball game just yet after that first free throw miss. So 98-95, 3-point lead para sa Shawarma Shack with 35 seconds remaining.
Oh, 2 misses.
Missing on both, opening the window para sa Makati Circus to get this lead down or take the lead as Cado takes matters into his own hands. Will be fouled. Siya naman ang masusubukan sa linya.
Would have been big if he made that basket. And I think nagulat din ang konti yung Shawarma Shack because they were expecting probably a setup, you know, a couple of screens for Jan Formento. But Cado said, no, let me try to inch our way closer via this bully basketball.
And who would blame him? Dahil he has been putting up monster numbers here for Makati Circus Music Festival. Now with 32 points to go with 15 boards.
He missed the first. It's about to say from the free throw line, he's 6 of 8 now, 6 of 9.
So about 1.2 seconds shot clock and game clock difference here, Chicky. But regardless of the result of the second free throw, still just a one-possession ball game. Cado will miss as well.
That's huge.
On his 2. And they now give up a foul. Montilla will go to the line para sa Shawarma Shack.
Not sure if it's a wise move to foul a Mac Montilla. Dahil while he hasn't really shot well or hasn't really attempted, tama ba? I'm gonna check from the free throw line. Mac is known to be a steady shooter from that area. 4 points, 11 assists. There you go.
That first, and that's actually enough to put this into a two-possession ball game now, Chicky. A bit more difficult para sa Makati Circus to mount that comeback.
Oh, but he split his charity, so quick shot dapat dito from the dark shirts and then you play the free throw game. Oh, traveling violation.
Cado nga explaining that he was fouled in that instance. Nevertheless, a turnover para sa Makati. Ball goes back to the Shawarma Shack. Let's have another look. And, look at who caused that turnover as well, Chicky. It was Montilla.
Didn't look like a travel, in my opinion, because he was able to pick up that ball, took one step. I hope we can see it again. If we could see it one more time, just for the benefit of our viewers.
Remember, Chicky, ang review
may challenge, no?
nung we do have an official review, and this official review is brought to you by the bringer of news, features, and scoops in the world of hoops. Follow Hoop Junkie on your favorite social media platform. Hoop Junkie, everyone.
I hope we could see it on the big screen here para mapakita lang natin sa viewers natin. Tira mo lang kasi dito yung point of contention. Got the ball, dribbled it one hand, picked it up, and then released it. So, ewan ko lang. They call a travel, so it's gonna go the white shirts.
Cado pointing to the big screen, saying exactly what you're trying to point out, Chicky. So they have to now play the foul game. Talking about Makati Circus, trying to get a few more possessions 99-95, 4-point lead para sa Shawarma Shack. And if there's anyone that would tell you, Chicky, na may chance pa ang Makati Circus dito, it would be myself because Coach Mark and I was able to cover that game between the Phuket Waves and Dasmariñas the other day. Last second, akala natin mag-overtime pa.
Malaking bagay ito, 195, 16 seconds. And that last violation, well, that was charged on Kado, might have taken the air out, no, of this fight from Makati Circus.
Last 16 seconds left, still a 5-point lead para sa Shawarma Shack. To 95, the Shawarma Shack still with this 5-point lead against the Makati Circus Music Festival. So look at the fans here in the Dasmariñas Arena trickling in. Just the second of 4 quarterfinals matchups na dala sa inyo ng ating 2023 CORSA Tires Asiabasket Dasmariñas Championship. And the Shawarma Shack looking to hold on. They secured their semi-final ticket against the Benil Blazers. Formento straight away. Not much time off the clock. Getting that 3-pointer now, just a 2-point lead.
Now you play the free throw game. Somebody forgot to put an assignment or a body on Jan Formento. Having that access on top of the 3-point area. Look at that.
Excellent execution here from the Makati Circus Music Festival. Off that timeout. Finding Jan Formento, one of the deadlier shooters that we have here in Asiabasket. Get that 3-pointer. Montilla hits that first.
Calmly sinking it.
Sabi mo nga, isa siya sa mga talagang gets na niya yung mga ganitong sitwasyon.
Sanay na si Mac. Game reset natin. 2 timeouts each left for these 2 clubs.
Gets the second to go. Once again, back to a 2-possession ball game. Shawarma Shack leading by 4, 102-98. Timeout will be called here when Makati Circus try to draw something up once again. Make this game possibly extend for 5 more minutes. Sabi mo nga kanina, you wouldn't mind.
Well, if they will repeat the same sequence, set up Jan Formento and then White Shirts forgetting to guard him and hit it again on that spot, might be an opportunity there for Makati Circus. Pero knowing na daming veterano sa Shawarma Shack, hindi nila hahayaan na maulit yung nangyari kanina na unguarded 3-point shot by one of the best 3-point shooters here in Asiabasket.
Nakakatulog nga yung depensa doon ng Shawarma Shack earlier. Was able to leave Jan Formento for that 3-pointer. Still 11 seconds remaining. Both teams in penalty as well.
Or pwede rin naman na si Coach Brian might end up setting up somebody different than Jan Formento to take a 3. Or possibility, quick 2, go with the free throw fouling game, di ba? Lots of options possibilities. But first things first, good inbound for Makati Circus and then quick conversion.
We would like to thank again our official partner, CORSA Tires. Ating kasama sa ating 2023 Asia Basketball Championship, Dasmariñas. Here's Makati Circus. Let's see what they've drawn up. Go to Espiritu, to Formento from way downtown. That's off. Rebound here by Alano, and they will just let time run out. And it would be the Shawarma Shack winning against the Makati Circus, punching their semi-final ticket. Arranging for a date with the Benil Blazers. Bukas po yan. Makati Circus of gallant effort.
Oh, yes.
Down 19 in the first half of action, Chicky. Took the lead heading into the fourth, but unable to sustain yung kanilang rally. And it would be Shawarma Shack and their veterans coming up with this victory.
I gotta tip my hat off to Montilla for heads-up play. Pero maraming pwedeng pagpilian, but consistent in the playmaking, consistent in the scoring department, consistent everywhere. Iba yung napili natin. But going back to Mac Montilla, making sure that those free throws, those important free throws in the end, he made them to make sure that they have a nice 4-point victory here.
Caution nga na hinahanap nila. They're able to hold on. Mac Montilla starting with facilitating.
Yeah.
Tallying 11 assists in total in this ball game. And those just 7 points lamang siya. However, setting the tone, especially in that fourth quarter, keeping the Makati Circus at bay. Meanwhile, yun na nga, kasama niya ang ating Kate Reyes for our best player of the game.
We have here the guy who did it all for Shawarma, James Castro. First of all, congratulations. Unang-una, can you talk about that scare late in the second half? Nalamangan pa kayo.
Siguro nagpabaya kami sa depensa. So, parang nagkumpiyansa yung bawat isa sa amin. So, ayun naman, at least nakuha namin yung win dahil yung effort namin nung last quarter is dinoble na namin.
Despite that, it's still a Castro ball. Saan nanggagaling itong energy na to?
Siguro sa family ko. Kasi yung wife ko ngayon buntis ngayon eh. Kailangan namin, yung wife ko, binabati ko nga pala dyan. So.
Congratulations again. It's your time to shine. Bumati ka.
Binabati ko yung family ko, Ging, yung 2 anak ko. Yung Sakura, Isla Cafe, yung mga boss ko na sumusuporta sa Shawarma, Pure Blends, yun nga pala.
Thank you so much, James. Back to you, Jaime and Chicky.
Thank you, Kate. And correct myself, the best player of the game, James Castro, para sa Shawarma Shack, Pilipinas. And sila nga ang mag-uuwi ng panalo. They would move on to our semifinals. Up next po, Misor Mustangs and CORSA Tires. So Gerald Anderson going up against the JR Kawaling-led squad. Very interesting matchup as well there, Chicky.
Pero yung Shawarma Shack, mga katapat nila, Blazers, di ba? Sa semis bukas dito yung isa pang upuan ng semis pag tatalunan in our third and fourth games.
And that would be it for game number 2 of 4. Hatid sa inyo ng Asiabasket. Magpapaalam na po kami ni Chicky Reyes and Kate Reyes on behalf of the production team. Maraming salamat po. Stay tuned for 2 more dito sa ating Asiabasket.